Now two flags fly above my land that really sum up how I feel. One is the colors that fly high and proud, the red, the white, the blue. The other one's got a rattlesnake with a simple statement made. Don't tread on me is what it says, and I'll take that.
Hey y'all, Big Bub here from Big Bub Outdoors. I'm going to bring a video to y'all to put the coffee cup knife sharpener hack to shame, or does it actually work? We're going to see. I've never used one. I can't find my knife sharpener at home, and as y'all can see, I got my lucky buck knife I've had for quite a few years. Yeah, this is buck right there. Old buck knife here. I skin deer with it. I eat with it. I mean, I do everything with it. And it's very dull. So I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do here. I'm going to run it across this cup that I have here, and we're going to see if it'll sharpen it. So what I got, and I'm going to try and do this like a whetstone. I've never done this before. We're going to see how it works. I got a little cup of water, and of course I got my coffee cup, and I got a marker, on black permanent marker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in the angle of the blade, all black with a permanent marker, and let it dry. And then I'm going to proceed to sharpen, and we're going to see if it actually removes any material or if my blade stays black, because I can always find a knife sharpener at home and fix it. So I'm going to try and set it up here to where y'all can see me do some sharpening, and I'll probably just kind of give y'all a little general idea. But here's the cup I'm using. I'm out here at work. My buck knife. As you can see, I've colored the blade, but it didn't color real well. It's dry now, but it was wet, and I want to see how easy it came off. This side's real good. As you can see, that black shows up real nice. This side didn't, so I'm going to redo it. Piece of paper here. I'm going to move this cup on back out of the way. I done tried to cut this paper once, so I'm going to get a clean sheet here and show you nothing. And it wouldn't. This here is just regular water. Like I said, I'm going to try and use this like a sharpening stone. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to set this up. There y'all can see it somehow. Alright. As you can see, here is the this paper, and the knife, and I mean it just tears it. So what I want to do here, I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to color the blade. And then I want to go through, and I'll just go ahead and do this side, and I'll show you guys. My profile on this is not the best. I haven't really maintained this knife. Deer season, this thing is in immaculate shape, but I know that's no excuse for an avid outdoorsman. You know, a sharp knife's a safe knife. But there you go. Get that in focus there. Yeah, black, all black, and I actually have a leather belt out here that's broken, so I'm going to try and strop this when I'm done. I want to see if I can't get something done. So I'm going to try and set this. I'm going to try and set this camera up. Sorry, I dropped it. Where you guys can see this cup. Let's see what all I can figure out here. That's a little too high. Let's try this notepad here, see if it'll raise it up a little. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick my fingers in the water. I'm going to put them around the back side of this cup. And we're going to see if this actually removes any material. I'm going to show you all this is dry now. It does not come off. There's my pinky. Nothing. I'm going to run that blade. And nothing. I guess a little bit came off there. We'll let that dry a little bit more. I want that side dry. Okay. Clean finger. Nothing. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to get some water. Just dab a little on my fingers. I'm going to put on here. And then I'm going to dab this. And what we're going to do, we're going to set it at the angle. And I'm just going to, because we got, I'm talking just minimum surface. So, I'm going to sharpen a little differently. I'm going to kind of work it in a little bit of a circular motion just to try and get a little profile going, and then I'm gonna start counting. And you want to keep track of how many you do, that way. Oh wow, it does remove some. See, look at that. That's already, oh yeah. So like I said, we're going to just kind of work through here. But I'm going to go through, and I'll bring y'all back in here in a little bit. I'm not going to make y'all sit through this whole process of me sharpening, which might not take very long. I might just go ahead and just leave it on and try and set up a strop. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to set my strop and video it. My stand is not all that good, but so you just kind of work it back and forth, and see, it's slowly taking off material, but that's still black, as you can see. So, but I'm going to shut you all off because I'm very cramped on this small desk. I'm going to move the camera out of the way. I'm going to run my strop, and I'll come back to you. Alright, y'all. Big Bub here. I've been working on the buck knife now for about 10 minutes. Feels pretty good. I'm going to show you all what it looks like. I'm going to show you what it did to the cup. It actually, kind of like my own whetstone at home, you can see that it's took off the material. You can look at the bottom of that cup and I'll show you the edges here. And I don't know if you can catch that in the light or not. Them burrs right there, that's what you're looking for. And you're supposed to move to a lot finer grit. I'm going to say this is like, I don't know, I'm going to say 250, maybe 300 grit. It feels halfway decent, but I don't have anything else. But I do have a broken leather belt. So I'm going to run a strap on it. Like I said, I'm out here at work and this was in the drawer. So I'm going to turn this into a strap and I am going to see if I can't level these burrs out. And we're going to cut it again and we're going to see if this cup is a good, knife sharpener to have around the house, or at least a survivalist type thing. I know they make little bitty coffee cups. It never would hurt to throw one in the backpack or whatnot. Keep your knife sharp. In a bug out bag. I mean, you should always have knife sharpeners with you in your bug out bag or whatnot. But this is, you can't find a knife sharpener thing. Will this work? Seen tons and tons of videos of this is how you do it, but nobody shows that a dull knife and then they use the cup and then they sharpen it and then they cut and show that it's been sharpened. Nobody does that. It's the reason I colored my blade. And I'm not joking. This is not, real fast. I spent 10 minutes on this. And it took me 10 minutes to... I actually was able to get a good profile on it. Like, this side always had a wonderful profile. Actually, it looks like there might be a little... right there on the very tip is the only black I have left. But trying to get it to where you can see. There you go. You can see the profile in that. This side, I put this profile on here because it was basically gone. And I did that with this cup. So I'm very impressed that this cup was able to put this profile on it. Like I said, I can feel the difference, but it's still not quite what I want. So I'm going to try and strop it with the leather belt. So I'm going to kick this stand out right here. And I'm going to see if I can't somehow set this up to where you guys can see. That doesn't really show. Let's see if I can't. But let's see. I'll just leave it running, and I'm just going to stand here and pull this tight because I don't know any other way to tighten it. So I'm running this strap across it a couple times. Nothing immaculate. And I'll show you guys the belt where I've ran the strap on it so you all know I'm running the strap. I'm actually running on the rougher side than I am the other side. The other side to me I think is just too slick. I don't have any rubbing compound or anything, so as y'all can hear it, the knife's dropping across. Wow, that polished out nice. Okay, as you can see, let me just pick the camera up, because you can kind of see where I was dropping. Okay, right here, I was running the rough side, about that much of it, but I'll show you this knife now. It is not the best. I can still see some waves in it. It could use some more strops, but for what we've done, we are going to see if it will cut a piece of paper. Okay, that's all we want. We want to know if it'll cut this paper now. So I'm gonna move this. All right. There's where it literally just tore. Like I said, that feels pretty decent. I'm not expecting that, you know, to blow through this like butter, but I am expecting something. Still got some jags to it. Let's try again. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely sharper than that. Oh yeah. See, it cuts pretty good. I think if I get my profile done a little more and sit and work on it, I think if I'd sit and I'd spend a little more time, like I said, I only spent 10 minutes on it, and then I barely ran it on the strop because I wanted y'all to stay with me while I ran it on the strop. As a survivalist knife sharpener, I mean, I know it's kind of weird to carry a glass with you, but yes, I would give it a thumbs up. An emergency knife sharpener, most definitely. Is it the best knife sharpener? By no means. I would take my whetstone any day. I'd advise you to go buy one. They now make a guided one on eBay. It's an angle sharpener. It's like 25 bucks. It's got all the same stones that I use, except it set it in this little arm, and the arm does the angle for you. That's people's biggest problem, is you got to keep a consistent angle. But I would say overall, the knife is sharper. It did cut a little cleaner. It definitely removed some material. I would say on a 1 to 5 scale, I'd give it a 2.5. It's not the best, it's not the greatest, but it will sharpen a knife. Can I go and gut a deer with this now? Yes, most definitely I could. It's not going to, you know, just open it up like a zipper or fillet a fish. You know, it's kind of hard to fillet a fish with a pocket knife anyway, but, you know, cut up my chum bait, whatnot. Is it going to cut it up, you know, immaculately? No, but it will cut through it very easily. I couldn't cut at all. The reason I did this video is I actually brought steaks to work, and I went in there and I washed my knife off, and then I come back out and tried to cut into my steak and couldn't. And I'm at work. We don't have knife sharpeners here, you know, so I'm like, man, what can I use? I was like, I've always wanted to try the coffee cup test. I was like, well, let's shoot a video. You know, Big Bub always does his videos, so let's do a video. But hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. You want me to do more survival stuff? I'm actually thinking about going and doing some survival fishing. Let me know what y'all think of that. I'm going to do some vintage fishing because I have some direct drive reels at home, and I've had a few requests for some direct drive vintage gear because all I use is bait casters. I'm going to do some boat fishing videos. That's going to be interesting because I don't have a GoPro, or anything like that, so I'm gonna have to hillbilly rig me a mount so I can video the bowfish. But as soon as I hit that 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a video, and we're going to draw somebody's name, and whoever wins is going to get a brand new Big Bub Here Kitty Kitty catfish rod. You can find me on Facebook, Big Bub Cat Rods. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, let me know what y'all think. I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to try and eat my lunch now that I have a halfway decent sharpened knife. I'll catch y'all later.